Princess Anne says a slimmed-down monarchy doesn't sound like a good idea. In a significant intervention just ahead of the coronation, she opposed the suggestion from her brother the King of cutting the total of working royals. In a nod to when Andrew, Harry and Meghan were still in the fold, Anne said on Tuesday, "Well, I think the slimmed-down monarchy was said in a day when there were a few more people around to make that seem like a justifiable comment." Many European monarchies have slashed their numbers of taxpayer-funded working royals, and the Princess Royal conceded that the world was changing. She said, "It changes a bit," but added, "I mean, it doesn't sound like a good idea from where I'm standing, I have to say. I'm not quite sure what else, we can do." King Charles has long been in favor of reducing the number of working royals. But that was before the Duke and Duchess of Sussex quit and the Duke of York was forced to step down over his friendship with the late pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. With the death of Elizabeth II, the number of working royals fell from 15 to 11 in 4 years, some European countries have only 4. There has been retirement talk about the late Queen's cousins the Duke of Kent, 87, Princess Alexandra, 86, and the Duke of Gloucester, 78, as well as his wife the Duchess, 76, but for now they continue limited official duties. Royal sources insisted the king has no desire for them to quit at the moment. One aide said, "Why would he? There's a lot of work to be done." Before Andrew and the Sussexes stepped down, some courtiers had predicted there would be working roles for just Charles, Camilla, William, Kate, Harry, Meghan and possibly Anne in the new reign. Charles' succession has seen a growing number of young people who want to abolish the monarchy, despite continuing overall support. Don't miss: controlled explosion at Buckingham Palace as man arrested, latest, owner of Wagamama to close 25 restaurants by the end of the month, latest, warning over strange new COVID symptoms as masks could return, latest, an ITV News poll published Tuesday found only 39% of 18 to 34-year-olds support the institution, for over 65s it is 70%. Anne, 72, was asked if there are conversations about relevance, and replied, "There will be, everywhere. It's not a conversation that I would necessarily have. I think it's perfectly true that it is a moment where you need to have that discussion. I would just underline that the monarchy provides, with the constitution, a degree of long-term stability that is actually quite hard to come by any other way." Elizabeth II's only daughter disclosed her thoughts on the contentious issue in an interview with Canada's public broadcaster CBC. Asked how the royal family deals with polls suggesting a fall in support, she said, "Well, we don't in many respects need to deal with it, not least of all because it is the monarch that is the key to this, and the constitution that underpins the monarchy. What we do, we hope, contributes to the monarchy and a way in which it can convey continuity, of not just interest, but of service, of understanding, the way that people in communities want to live their lives. I think it has good long-term benefits. That commitment to long-term is what the monarchy stands for." On what kind of king her brother will be, Anne, who has a key role in Saturday's processions, said, "Well, you know what you're getting, because he's been practicing for a bit, and I don't think he'll change. The king has put diversity and inclusion at the heart of his reign and wants to encourage debate about the role slavery played in the British Empire. He has also encouraged research into how the royal family enriched itself from the slave trade." But Anne appeared dismissive of criticism of the monarchy over slavery. it's not really a subject of conversation that I would even go down. I have a historical perspective which is slightly different, maybe more realistic. The historical perspective is, it just goes back a lot further. Slavery hasn't gone away. Analysis by Emily Ferguson, royal editor. Princess Anne has hit the nail on the head by decrying King Charles's plans to slim down the monarchy. As Britain's hardest-working royal in terms of annual engagements, the 72-year-old knows exactly what she's talking about, and she's right that it's not a good idea. The royal family has already lost 3 senior royals in as many years. Prince Harry and Meghan's decision to quit as working royals and move to the US, while Prince Andrew stepped down from public life following his disastrous Newsnight interview and friendship with pedophile financier Jeffrey Epstein, and that's without counting the death of our beloved Queen. 4 more royals are expected to retire after the coronation. This includes the Duke of Kent, 87, first cousin of both the late Queen and Prince Philip, and his sister Princess Alexandra, 86, and the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, aged 78 and 76 respectively. To dwindle the numbers further would mean reliable royals such as Anne and the Prince and Princess of Wales would have to vastly increase the number of engagements carried out to ensure the royal family continues its important role of supporting the charity sector, welcoming visiting heads of state and presenting honours to members of the public. William and Kate would have to shift away from their new strategy of carrying out fewer engagements to allow them to focus on a core number of issues, such as the environment, mental health and early years. The couple would also have to jeopardize precious family time, as they seldom allow work to coincide with evenings or school holidays. And also raises the question of what sidelined members of the royal family would do if they were no longer senior working royals. Part of a royal's bread and butter is to support charities and visit members of the public up and down the country, as well as carry out important tours abroad. Without them, the royals risk alienating Britons at a time when their image is already heavily tainted and its popularity is waning. Moreover, many charities rely on their ties to the firm, as having a royal patron or president provides vital publicity and showcases their aims and achievements on a global scale. Anne is the ultimate argument for not slimming the monarchy down, as she can be relied upon to diligently carry out her work, despite being 16th in the line of succession. She has carried out the most number of engagements of any royal for the past 3 years and has regularly topped the list for decades. Her important role within the royal family was only heightened after she became a Councillor of State last December, allowing her to officially deputise for the king if he is abroad or unwell. Anne and other royals who happily carry out their work without complaint are part of the glue that keeps the royal family together, and after months of bad press from family members over the pond, King Charles needs to capitalise on those putting in the legwork.